La. That's about as coherent as we're going to get this morning here on KYCA News Talk Radio 103.5 FM, 1490 AM. Wait, I got to push a button to clear my throat. I think that still came over, didn't it? This is Matt Santos filling in for Leza Live, or as we like to call her, Leza always on vacation, almost live. La Chapelle Dandos. Drew, behind your bulletproof glass, how you doing this morning?
Wonderful, and yourself?
I am doing fine. What's the weather like out there?
Sunny.
Thank you. I love your very comprehensive weather reports.
Okay, you want a comprehensive weather report? I'll give you one.
Not really.
He does have one,
really.
though.
I know he does.
Wednesday, sunny with a high between 82 and 88. Light winds becoming out of the southwest at about 15 miles an hour this afternoon.
Ooh, good kite
And then
flying
tonight, it'll be clear with lows between 49 and 59, depending on where you live, and winds again around 15 miles an hour. A beautiful day in the Central Highlands.
I live in the northwest area of Chino Valley. What's it going to be like there? You said depending on where we live. I want it dialed down. Yellow house at the end of the road. What's it going to be like there?
For you, it's going to be 88.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you very much. Matt Hinshaw, good morning.
You know, there's the joke that one of the best jobs in the world is to be a weatherman in Arizona. Because all you do is say it's always sunny. Or California is the other one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm good. I'm here. I'm present. I can't believe I have to deal with you for another day.
This is the last day that you will have to listen to me.
Is this hazard pay day?
Should be.
Pay?
So, what'd you do last night, Matt?
Worked.
Just work? I did not. I took the evening off, and my son and I barbecued in the backyard. We haven't done that in a while.
I saw the large barbecue of meat.
Oh, man.
Yeah, thanks for calling, dude.
Yeah,
No,
you were
it's
supposed
fine.
to bring
It's
it in. Drew and I are hungry.
I brought some in. I didn't floss really well, so I did bring some snacks.
Okay, good.
I've got some I can scrape out later.
You floss?
No, well, hey, thanks for having me, KYCA, for letting me sit in here for a few days. Had a fun couple of days. Now today, originally we had scheduled Mr. Josh Cook, who is the brand new athletic director for Chino Valley High School. I do some work for the Unified School District out there. He has just moved into the area. He's a new hire to take over the athletic department at the high school and inject some new vitality into those programs over there. And he was unable to make it, kind of a last-minute change, as he's just still getting kind of settled. So I reached out to a good friend of mine, Bob Carney, who's sitting across the desk from me. Bob, how are you? You came up in conversation yesterday. Let's get real close to that mic.
I'm doing great. It's great to be here. I really appreciate you having me. And Yeah, hopefully everything was all good yesterday. He said nice things about me. Lied and said nice things.
We had a good time in here with Ed Warner and Sky Conwell. And you do some, you're a musician here in town, and you do some collaborative work with Sky. That's how that came up. We're going to get into some of that later and also plug some of your upcoming shows. But right now, tell folks where they can find out about your music. We got an Instagram account for you and an email. Where can they find you?
Well, I'm over on Instagram. It's Robert Carney Bluesy Grooves. I got some videos of stuff that I've done at places and good information on where I'm going to be and stuff. And then I got my Gmail account. It's robertcarney0111 @gmail.com. So check me out on either of those.
Good deal. Yeah, just do that at Bluesy Grooves on Instagram, and you can find out some nice clips and stuff there. We're going to get into some of the places you're going to be playing and what type of music, because you do a nice little variety, a lot of good singer-songwriter original stuff, and then you and Sky are collaborating on a project coming up in where was that? We'll get, like I said, we'll get to it in September at the Elks. And then also joining us in studio with hair matching her phone, Patty. Patty, how are you?
I'm fine.
Me and Patty go way back.
So sorry.
I started shaving.
And she admits it.
I started shaving.
You wonder why her hair's that color.
I started shaving my hair years ago when I realized I could never achieve the colorfulness that Patty has.
True.
Why purple? It's purple, Patty.
It's been this way
I know
for
why.
30-some odd years. I don't know. What's a hairdresser? What's a hairdresser? Always a hairdresser.
Yeah.
You know, my motorcycle is purple. My gun's purple. My knife is purple. There's not much that isn't purple.
Her glasses are purple.
Oh, yeah, my glasses are purple.
Just like Prince. She is Chino Valley's own Prince. Hey, Patty.
How about Princess?
You are an artist, a visual artist, and
Yes.
you participate in a lot of different artistic showings and the art walks and things like that. The
She's
studio
laughing.
tours. What is your medium that you concentrate on? With
My
your artwork?
my medium is fused glass art. Instead of blowing, I make it flat. Then I shape it into something else, and it's all glass.
Beautiful work. You've had
Thank
been
you.
able to see it a lot of different
around.
places. So I'm going to pick your brain a little bit on that artistic avenue that you've chosen, but you're also here to talk about some upcoming events.
Mm-hmm.
Patty and our other guest, Lorette Brashear. I can't. Am I going to mess it up? Is it Lorette Brashear, Lorette Stewart, Lorette Brashear Stewart? What?
You know, don't
just gonna
tell
call you
everyone my
Loretta.
aliases. I know,
Yeah.
right? Loretta's perfect. That's what everyone thinks my name is
That's
anyway.
true. That's
now,
true.
I've worked on lots of projects, past, present, and future with Lorette. But these two young ladies are very active in so many different service organizations and projects in the area. So they're here in studio today to talk about some of the upcoming projects they're involved in. But we're going to veer off that a little bit because I want to know about. I love talking to you about your art, Patty, as well.
Well, I haven't seen you up there
Beautiful
buying
stuff.
anything yet.
I'm broke, man. I'm self-employed, man. I got no money.
Yeah, I'm retired, so there you go.
Yeah.
And a starving artist, right?
So, right off the bat,
Yes.
what are some of the things that we're going to get into through this hour?
And this hour, then we've got, okay, you got Prescott Studio Tour, possibly. We got the Lions, because both Lorette and I belong to the Lions, and the Chino Valley AZ Morning Lions. And we've got territorial vendors coming up.
So the big territorial event in early September.
Yes. Well, actually, August 30th.
Oh, well, okay.
That's
So
Saturday of it.
Nice.
It's kind of weird. The dates have been
That's
screwy.
the big parade, the
FFA
Pancake
corn.
breakfast.
Yeah, pancake breakfast, which, again, we're going to do it outside, and sweet cream pancakes, which are the best.
what's it? It was.
They're really sweet. The pancakes are sweet,
Oh,
not
okay.
buttermilk.
I like
Ooh.
buttermilk.
Well, come have the sweet cream, and
I'll
you'll
have
never go
try
back
it.
to buttermilk.
All right, Lorette, what's going on with you? Good to have you in here.
Thanks,
You
Matt.
and I haven't been on mic together in quite some time.
Oh yeah, like since you
It's been
know,
a while.
week ago.
not that long. You know,
No.
it's been a little
It's been a
while.
while.
But we've you know, things are going good. Still involved. You know, we do a lot with the Lions Club. We also, Patty and I have our own company, so we do events. It's P&L events. So we're pretty busy, and then on top of just regular working.
We're gonna get into those details with Patty, Lorette, and Bob. We're gonna have Bob play us a tune or two throughout the hour. We're gonna continue our weather updates with Drew, but before we go to break, wanted to remind you, Josh Novi is coming to the Prescott Valley Performing Arts. Josh is a hilarious stand-up. I'll be on a show with him July 19th. Josh Novi, pvperformingarts.org. Josh will be here Saturday, July 19th. Get your tickets. And we've got a couple other stand-up shows to plug when we return right after these messages on KYCA News Talk Radio. And we are back on the air with Leza Live. I am not Leza. She is gone. This is Matt Santos filling in for her on KYCA News Talk Radio. Also joining us today in studio, Kelly, how are you?
I'm excellent. How's everybody?
You're the regular here. You're the only one that's really supposed to be in here this morning.
Oh,
it's
I'm
Wednesday.
honored.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah, Matt.
I know.
Matt doesn't
I don't count. I'm not a people. I get it.
Yeah.
But you're our people.
No, you're the only human that's supposed to be
Okay.
here.
Oh,
Chewbacca doesn't count.
Chewbacca. Wow.
Hey, Maddie, you got something coming up,
At
right?
least I know where all the hair on top of my head is going.
I know exactly where mine
Okay.
is. It's inside of my razor every morning. Now, if you were tuning in, if you were listening before, with His Honor, Cal was in.
His honor.
His
Wow.
Honor. Yeah, I may need something from him someday.
Okay.
He was in here talking local politics and local events and stuff, but he
And-
has that beautiful, beautiful Jeep outside.
Yeah, that poor Jeep.
That Matt Hinshaw was just talking a lot of bad mess about during
Well,
the commercial break.
I just feel so bad for it. It doesn't get to see the dirt. It doesn't get to articulate. It doesn't get to go into four-wheel drive.
My
He
van
has a winch and doesn't even know how to use it. I mean, I know how to use it, and I've used it multiple times.
My van sees enough dirt for the van and his Jeep. So how's that?
And you don't even need a winch. You just power right through it.
I live in Chino,
Yeah.
where dirt roads are free.
So,
hey, so you got you and all things Jeep. You got something coming up with Summit.
Oh yeah. So everybody knows I'm a big fan of trails and tatas. I've talked about it many times. And so the Trails for Tatas event fundraiser for this week is going to be in Prescott Valley at Tailgaters Il Primo tomorrow from 10:30 a.m. until 10 p.m. And we're asking for you to do a whole lot. You just go in there and order some food. And 15% of your bill will be donated to the Trails for Tatas and the Baskin Breast Care Center at YRMC.
That is a fantastic cause and a fantastic event.
I talk like I run the club. No, I'm just a part of the club. Lori and Victor run the club, but they try and do 1 to 2 events like this a month, be it at Culver's, be it at Tailgaters, wherever. Red Robin, you know, they do it all over the place. So go. All you have to do is eat and drink, and you donate to the Breast Care Cancer Center. So.
And that Baskin Center has done so much good work in the community. You can go to yrmc.org and get links to the center as well as through the YRMC Foundation. So it's been a few years now, but we put together some testimonial interview with some of the patients who have gone through Baskin and did some videos for them on there. So that was fun partaking in that. Some of Leza's guests even have been featured on some of those videos that are cancer survivors that have benefited from Baskin. So great work happening in the community, a lot of fun, and like you said, it's easy to do. You go in and eat and grab a beverage or two.
Or 13. Whatever.
This is I'm shocked, Matt.
What? What if you really like Pepsi? You know, it's free refills, all right? Man.
Well,
look at him judging me, Kelly. Can you believe this?
The judgment is real.
It is. I know secrets of this young man that are not fit for family radio. Hey,
or anybody.
Kelly, we are entering into a fantastic season of entertainment.
It is our high season.
It is, and there's so much great stuff happening all over the area, but specifically right here at the Courthouse Square. What do we got coming up?
That's right. We have our Downtown Summer Concert Series tomorrow night. Is featuring Wheelhouse. We talk a lot about Wheelhouse because they're one of the local bands that frequent
they're fantastic,
and they've been around for a little bit. So this is really cool. I like to highlight when they're offering free line dancing. So you can get in on that at 5:30 if you get down there a little bit early. You can learn some line dances and then perform them when Wheelhouse is performing, I think is the idea.
Matt, you going out there at 5:30 and do some line
Get
dancing?
your boots.
No.
Come on.
No, I'll just fall and hurt myself or someone else or both.
What if we worked that into a Baskin Breast Care Center fundraiser? Who would pay to see Matt line dance? I think
Lorette, you put your hand down.
I think we should raise some good money there.
I would pay.
What else we got, Kelly?
The Natural History Institute is having a talk by a local geological, I think she's pretty much an expert. She's written several books, has an impressive background. Her name is Beth Boyd, and she talks about the formation of Thumb Butte, how it was volcanic. Really impressive speaker. You can catch her at 7 p.m. And then Friday out at the Jen and Linda Lee Planetarium, we talk a little bit about this also and how Matt and Leza are supposed to get out there to check it out. Have you done
the
that?
planetarium? No, we have not.
Okay.
We need to, but someone keeps going on vacation.
Right. She can't do that from the beach, so maybe next time.
What I like is how she doesn't listen to the show when she's on vacation, so we just talk all this smack, and then she won't even know when she comes back.
Oh, I bet she knows.
Someone will tell her.
Word on the street.
She actively ignores when I'm on.
Okay.
So
we'll tease her when she gets back. Back to the planetarium. Rising Stars of Prescott.
Good job, Kelly. I love it.
I think this is particularly pretty cool because you can learn about our local sky. So they teach about constellations, planets, meteor showers. You can view through their telescope if you'd like. And that is Friday at 8 and 9, Saturday 2, 3, and 4. But if you want to use the telescope, go on Friday at dark.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
And then Saturday, the Courthouse Plaza has it's a street closure over on Cortez and Goodwin, is the 21st Century Car Show. This is their 7th year doing this. It starts at 9 and goes till noon, so do plan accordingly if you're trying to get around town. Those streets will be closed. And then Heritage Park Zoo on Saturday is having an evening with jaguars. So if you're into, I think the zoo's such a cool place.
Oh, yeah.
And it starts at 5:30, so get your tickets online for that. And then at the Elks Theater, which we love to support the Elks, Saturday is Take Me Home, the music of John Denver. And that starts at 7 p.m. And then Tuesday kind of wraps up before the craziness of 4th of July, which we'll talk about next week, is the Central Arizona Concert Band, a local favorite, doing their thing at the Courthouse Plaza as part of that Downtown Summer Concert Series.
Fantastic. Now, for those that like maybe a little later night, a little more in the bar scene, what do we got?
We always have.
Who do you got coming up?
The Birdcage is having tribute bands on Friday, which is featuring Alanis Morissette, Foo Fighters, and Nirvana. So kind of that my era, probably Matt too, a little bit than
Close.
the 90s grunge
Yeah.
stuff. So that's new or different for the Birdcage.
I don't like when you laugh at me, Santos.
No, I just never mind. I'm feeling my age.
Yeah, you were in your 40s then.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And then Saturday and Sunday's Scandalous Hands. Jersey Lily has the Radicals on Friday, and Saturday is Petty Thieves. Whiskey River Tavern has Groove Dogs on Friday and Beyond Suspicion. Saturday is Flashback, Dirty Halos Trio, Well Dressed Wolves. Sunday is Buffalo Star. And the Windsock has the Cheek Tones Friday and Saturday, and they close it off on Sunday with their Blues Jam.
Blues Jam. Now, if you're in here all the time, Kelly, highlighting these great artists, and there are so many in this area that are really don't miss. So what's great about our Whiskey Row is on a lot of these nights you can pop in and out, catch 3 or 4 at a time. But for those that have not seen, I mean, they're all great artists, but if you have not had the pleasure of watching Scandalous Hands, Well Dressed Wolves, those two are two of the best groups you will ever see live and in these intimate locations. Well Dressed Wolves out of the Verde, Gabe Rhodes behind the drums there. It's just such a fun night to see them.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So thanks for bringing these out.
You're so welcome.
And
Thanks for
pointing
having
out
me.
that these 1990s tribute bands are when I was already an old man. Thanks, appreciate that.
You're welcome. I just got to make sure and bring you down a peg
when
or two.
does the Glenn Miller tribute come in? Because that's more my speed. Me and Patty going to go see that. No, you know
Wait
what?
a minute. How old are you?
About that age.
Considering the 90s was over 30 years
Yeah,
ago, it was
right?
a little
Isn't it
depressing.
crazy?
Yeah.
So, one of the shows you mentioned this Saturday at the Elks, that Take Me Home, the music of John Denver. When I was a young fella, John Denver was one of my favorite, one of my mom's favorite artists. So when we were kids, we listened to it, and we kind of had a misconception that it wasn't cool music. And then as I got a little older into junior high and high school, listening to what he was composing just blew me away. And then guest of this show and friend of mine, Darren Mahoney, one of the best guitarists in our area. He is a John Denver fanatic, and I've got a whole new appreciation for John Denver's music. So beautiful, and the lyrics are just so incredible. That is going to be a great show Saturday night at the Elks with that John Denver tribute. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, we're going to come back with one of our local musicians. Bob Carney is going to come in, tell us about his shows. We're going to get more updates from Patty and Lorette when we return on KYCA News Talk Radio after these messages. back to Leza Live. Without the Leza, without the live. This is Matt Santos filling in on KYCA News Talk Radio 103.5 FM 1498.
Oh, no, we're still live.
But I'm not.
No, you're
the show
definitely
might
dead.
be,
You
but I'm
died
not.
years ago.
I'm not. I'm not.
He's confusing me.
That's not hard to do, Patty. All right, Patty, what do you got coming up? What's coming up with the lines? But before we even get into that,
Yes, sir.
I get so confused about so many things, one of which that keeps me up at night is keeping track of the Lions. You've got the morning Lions, you got the noon Lions, you've got the full. What do you got?
You don't have the noontime Lions.
Why? What
They
happened
went-
to
they-
them?
they
Are they
went-
extinct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. For Chino Valley, all we have is at Chino Valley, and we made it AZ Morning Lions because people keep punching in or paying dues to us, and they're in Chino Valley, California.
At least they
Oh,
changed the
gotcha.
time they meet.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
it
So
was
why the
painfully
morning
at
and
7
why
a.m.
the different versions of that?
Well, yeah, Prescott and Prescott Valley have their own
No, but why morning and why do they list them as
because they
morning?
used to start at 7, and most of us can't wake up, and we're also retired. So why should we get up at be there at 7
It's
o'clock
just
in the morning?
confusing.
So now we're 9 o'clock.
What exactly is the tenets of the Lions Club? What's the basis
To
of that?
help the community in any way we can, whether it's glasses. We do the kids. We do adult classes. Glasses.
Glasses.
I'll
So those
get
are
it
the
out.
eyeglass donations we see in some
we
of the
also
stores and
test.
things.
Every August, we'll test the kids in school,
Nice.
all the way up. You know, you've probably been tested before by us.
No, I just
Anthony doesn't. Oh,
No,
that's
when-
right. He's
my son
homeschooled.
when he walks into a wall, we go, "Oh, let's go get your eyes tested." so that's what he's doing
Poor
today.
Anthony.
At 11 o'clock, he's going to get his eyes tested.
That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we test
It's
them.
either that or get him a dog. So
Which one's cheaper?
You want a dog?
I know,
He
which
wants a
one's
dog, I understand. So he can see the dog, he has to get the glasses.
okay, what?
Yes, sir.
So how did you get involved with the Lions?
I like to do things. I like to help people wherever I can, and they offered a good program of helping the community. And like the fun part, which I just started, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I started helping with testing, and it's so much fun to see the kids come in. I mean, all the way from kindergarten up to 12, we'll test. And I know how it was. I didn't get glasses till after high school, and it was like, I didn't know I couldn't see.
And then Lorette, how long have you been involved with the Lions?
I don't even know. It's been a while.
Yeah, since about
10 years, 11 years.
Yeah,
I don't
something
know.
like that.
Something like that. It's
And-
like asking how long I've lived here. I lost track of time.
I
you know?
have to put it on my calendar to let her know.
And with your P&L events,
Yes.
you help with a lot of the different events, the shows,
We give back to the community. So
Yes.
with
What
our
do you got
local
coming up?
one. So right now there is with the Lions Club, they've got a community swap meet coming up in Chino Valley. So this is something that they're really trying to get off the floor. We're encouraging people to come out, participate in our community swap meet. It's a lot of fun. We have an open field. If you guys know in Chino Valley, it's where the tree lot is.
Uh-huh.
So we're right off of the Highway 89. It's a great way to come and sell all of your stuff just, without having to worry about people coming to your own residence, seeing your own house. It's just a safety thing, too.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot nicer. Plus of the flow of traffic on 89.
When's that happening?
So that's happening on July 19th.
From 8 o'clock until
1.
Maybe noon, only because this last weekend when we did it, was a little too much wind.
So
My stuff went under the car.
Saturday, July 19th. It ends early afternoon, which gives you plenty of time to
Right.
go home and then get ready for our July 19th show at the Prescott Valley Performing Arts
start
with
packing
Josh
up.
Novi and myself.
Awesome.
How's that for family fun, clean comedy?
That's great.
Bob, what do you got coming up? We heard from Kelly a few minutes back about some of the music and some of the events happening in and around Prescott, but you got some shows coming up too. What do you got coming up?
Absolutely. Well, tonight I'm playing at the La Pinchada from 6 to 9, and I've been playing there for a few years now. It's one of my regular places. I always
That's a
have
cool
good,
spot.
It is. I always have a good time there. You were there that night.
And they sell tequila there, so Lorette's very familiar with it.
I know.
You got to have some good tequila. Yeah, they have good drinks, good food, and And I'll be playing some new places. I'll be playing over at the Fire and Sword with my buddy Carlos on the harmonica. That'll be the first time I've been there. That'll be my debut there. It looks like a really cool place.
That is one of the coolest venues. It's brand new. It's a basement speakeasy right below the St. Michael's, right there on the square. And they have done that so beautifully in there, and the stage is really neat right at the stairway coming down. It's a really cool venue, great atmosphere.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And when's that? When are you there?
That'll be July 3rd from 7 to 10. I'll be making my debut there. That'll be my first time playing there.
And then you've got the July 4th.
July 4th, I'm over at the Public House from 8 to 10 on 4th of July. We'll be having a blast up there.
And then you're doing a duet with Sky Conwell, yesterday's guest, on Fire and Sword again on the 12th of July.
Yes, sir.
And then a big show. He mentioned it yesterday when we were here. September 6th at the Elks Theater upstairs at the Crystal Hall.
Yes.
What's that show? Because that's a really unique one for you.
Well,
guys.
first of all, Sky, he plays the Elks all the time.
Yeah.
He's a veteran. But this will be my first show there at the Crystal Ballroom, and it's going to be the biggest show I've ever done. And
before Liz calls in, she will text me. It's the Crystal Hall.
Oh, okay.
The Crystal Hall, because I mess it
Sorry
up all the
about
time, and then she texts me and tells me how wrong I am.
That
So the
happens
Crystal
to me
Hall.
quite a bit too.
September 6th, and what show is that?
It's a Grateful Dead tribute, and it starts at 7. And Sky and I are both fans of the Grateful Dead, and we play a lot of Dead at our shows that we do, but these are all new ones that I've learned, a lot of new ones,
nice.
and it's we're the Grateful Dreadnoughts, and we'll be doing a tribute to the Grateful Dead September 6th up there at the Crystal Hall.
Tell you what, why don't we're getting ready to go to a break in a moment here. Tell you what, when we come back from the break, we're going to have you play us a tune, and we'll let you just pick. I think you got some originals planned to play for us today.
Yes.
When we come back from the break, we're going to hear that tune. And again, Lorette, what's the date of the event for the Lions in Chino Valley?
July 19th.
July 19th. 8 a.m. to about 12-ish. 1-ish. And then you can come on over to the Prescott Valley Performing Arts that night to hear Josh Novi, myself, and J.C. Anderson doing clean comedy. We'll be right back after these messages on KYCA News Talk Radio.
Real
We are back on Leza Live, KYCA News Talk Radio, and what you're hearing right now is Bob Carney at Bluesy Grooves on Instagram. This is his original tune, Devil's Playground.
Sitting in the desert with the fire burning low, wanted man by the morning, the night of broken bones. Gonna ride on through the press, we're gonna cross the city line. Got 2 aces in my pocket, whiskey on my mind. It's a bounty and the boy keeps the fire burning bright, but the stories of the past are like a thief in the night. It's when the sun goes down, it's the devil's playground. In the light of day, sins will wash away. Sound of sudden justice is woken up the town. Politicians in the pocket, witnesses around. With the laws that are created for the simple and the seen, judges pay within the shadows. Stands ain't gonna clean. With a gavel and a grin, it took your breath away. How to dance that you can do, you're the simple and the slave. Hey, when the sun goes down, it's a devil's playground. In the light of day, sins will wash away. Sins will wash away. Sins will wash away. It's the devil's playground of the modern day. Yeah. Taking what you can't see, running in the shadows again. Running where they'll get me, gonna have to shoot again. Sun sets down on the day. Cause when the sun goes down, it's the devil's playground. Sin wash away. The sun goes down, it's the devil's playground. In the light of day, sins will wash away. Sins will wash away.
That was Robert Carney. Thanks, Bob. That was fantastic. You can hear Bob tonight at La Planchada right downtown Prescott, the tequila and taco bar. It's a great little spot. Absolutely. 6 to 9 p.m. tonight. Yes, that was Devil's Playground. You can catch Bob at Bluesy Grooves on Instagram. We're going to switch gears a little bit. Patty, again, talking about the Lions Club out there in Chino Valley. Yes. One of the things that you guys do so effectively is investing in the future of our communities. Mm-hmm. That being not just done with the service organizations and expanding the artistic minds of people and exposing them to local arts and crafts and things, but really tangibly through dollars, by literally investing in the future of our children through scholarships. How do you guys go about deciding who receives those? What are some of the steps that come into play for families and kids? And then, better yet, how do they contact you to participate and receive some of those scholarships?
Well, there's so many ways to sign up for a scholarship. I would think that one of the things is to contact your local Lions Club. They're all giving out scholarships. In fact, there was a scholarship given out yesterday for the local drama club. So that was some local money that we helped with the Chino Valley Drama Club.
We cooked for them, and what we made, we're going to basically, instead of a percentage like we originally agreed to, we voted to give them all the money we did. We're going to have him come to our meeting next Tuesday, and we'll present it to him then.
How do they reach out directly to your organization, your group? What's the
best way is, and I have to look at because I can never remember, Chino Valley AZ Morning Lions at gmail.com. You can also come by one of our meetings, but we're around. You just have to.
But one good way would be to stop in on the 19th, Saturday, and you can pick your brain there as well. Right there on the highway where the Christmas tree lot is, which is basically next door to the Roadrunner Laundry.
Yep.
In Chino Valley.
That empty field.
Now, when do you guys meet? If somebody's just going, hey, I've never really thought about service organizations, never really thought about the Lions Club, how often do you meet? What's the schedule?
We meet the first and third Tuesdays of each month, and you don't have to get up early. It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Technically still morning, though.
It is still morning, yes, I know. But it's 9 o'clock in the morning. We're usually at 9, and we're done by 10.
And where do you meet?
My mouth is not working today. At the Chino Valley Community Center over there next to the pool, not the pool building, the one right next to it. We meet there at 9 o'clock. Over there by
the ball fields on near Territorial Elementary School, right there by the...
Yeah, it's right between the pool and Territorial. Yes, that's one way to look at it. Yes, we meet there from 9, usually 10 o'clock is late for us. We're out of there at 9:45. We just discuss what we need to go doing, what we're going to do, what we want to do. I know you were talking about scholarships. One of the things, we've already set aside the money, but I have to send the paperwork in to get it set up. We're going to do a combination JTED, Yavapai College to do a trade for like somebody at 45 years old that's lost their job, and then the other one will be a kid coming out of high school. But they don't have to have A's and B's. We do it as a C, high C. That way, those guys never get a chance.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do.
And it's good to get a leg up on a vocation to put that into practice with the JTED and things like that.
For sure.
That's fantastic.
Then what we do, also the money for, I know I'm doing this to you.
No,
all the money for the swap meet. Whatever she earns is going to be because Erica Smith is doing it. She's in charge of it. She said she wants all the money to go to $1 Million Challenge. I think it was last year.
Word challenge.
Million word
See,
challenge.
I always get $1 million. I guess I want $1 million for it.
Now, have you already locked in? Have you already locked in all your vendors for the territorial days?
No, I just got it out June 30th. So, come on, just. The email, what is it? They are supposedly putting it on the town site. I haven't looked at it to see, but
that is one of the largest attended events in, north of the airport every year. So again, email where they can get information to become a vendor or find out information on the.
They can get a hold of me at 714. Sorry, it's a phone number 651. 7648, and I'll be putting it on the Lions website also.
And your email again, the Lions Club email.
Chino Valley AZ Morning Lions at gmail.com. Do you think that's long enough?
It's a little too long for me this early in the morning. Are we ready for a break, Maddie? Okay, we're going to come right back in a few moments, and we're going to go over some more of Bob Carney's dates, and maybe he'll play us out of the show with another song. We'll be right back. Sounds good. On Leza Live, KYCA News Talk Radio. We are back on Leza Live with Matt Santos. That is me and Matt Hinshaw. We've got Bob Carney in the studio. Real quick, Drew, weather update. What do we got?
Sunny.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bob, you've got La Planchada tonight, Fire and Sword right below the Hotel St. Michael on the 3rd, Public House on the 4th. Everything real congested right downtown. You can pop in, see Bob, pop next door, pop down the street, see somebody else. A lot of great music happening. That September 6th show at the Elks up in the Crystal Hall, that's the Grateful Dreadnoughts with you and Sky.
Yes, sir.
What's your connection to the Grateful Dead? Have you always been a fan since growing up? What
Pretty
was your
much.
how did you get attached to them? What drew you to the Grateful Dead?
You know, they were just so different than all the metalhead stuff that I was listening to when I was in high school, you know.
Where was this? Where'd you grow up?
In Mentor, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Northeast Ohio. And, you know, back then I used to listen to a lot of Ozzy and a lot of just heavy metal stuff.
Yeah.
And they were so much different than anything I ever listened to. And the thing that really brought me over to the Grateful Dead, I went to one of their shows. And I was lucky enough to see them before Jerry passed.
Yeah.
And there was this place called the Richfield Coliseum, which is torn down. It isn't even there anymore. A lot of people remember it for the Miracle of Richfield. Google that. But I seen them play there, and they were so good. And I mean, it literally changed my whole perspective on what music was. And ever since then, I've been hooked. A lot of my friends, I had friends that would walk around with suitcases of Grateful Dead shows, you know, cassettes.
Yeah.
And because they would let everybody record their shows. And I just, I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah.
They're one of my absolute favorite bands.
I grew up in the area I grew up. They were ingrained in the DNA of the Bay Area, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So I never really had much of an appreciation for them. I just knew who they were and seeing, you know, the news clips and things like that and hearing some of the music. But in the mid-'80s, I moved to a different town in Northern California and worked with a couple of guys who were hardcore, longtime Deadheads. And they gave me a whole new appreciation for the music and the whole vibe of the Dead. And I got a chance to see them a couple of years in a row at the Oakland Auditorium. They would do their Mardi Gras show there every year. And it was, how should I say this with my son in the room? It was enlightening.
That's a good word. That's a good word.
Yeah, it was, if I remember correctly, enjoyable, I think. But to see that music played by two consummate musicians, yourself and Sky, in a intimate atmosphere of that Crystal Hall, that's going to be a very, very memorable show. September 6th, Crystal Hall. PrescottElksTheater.org is where you can get tickets for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be. I'm looking forward to that show. What are some of the tunes? Do you go deep into the deep cuts? Do you do some of the hits? What?
Well, we're doing some hits and some of the stuff that everybody probably heard on the radio, like "Friend of the Devil," Casey Jones, and "Touch of Grey." But then I wanted to make sure that I made the show with like tunes that they would do at their concert and tunes that I remembered the most from their shows that they wouldn't necessarily have on the radio. So we got we're going to be playing Cassidy. We're going to be playing Samson and Delilah, I Need a Miracle. Those are some ones that weren't on the radio, but anyone who's a Deadhead knows them.
Yeah,
you know, for sure.
Well, that's going to be a lot of fun. We got a couple minutes here to go. Want to thank Lorette, Brashear, and Patty for coming in and talking all things Lions. Saturday, July 19th, 8 a.m. at the on the highway there in Chino Valley, the Arts Fair. Territorial Days, you want to get your info out again. Give us the email one more time.
Chino Valley AZ Lions, Morning Lions at gmail.com.
Or call you at what?
714-651-7648.
So we're going to let Bob Carney, take us out. So, Drew, you're just going to go away as soon as we're ready, but you're going to hear Bob Carney doing his original Storytellers. Thanks for tuning in to KYCA News Talk Radio. Take it away, Bob.
Story I'm about to tell, broken bones and lie awake. The echoes stir the page before, spoiled and the ruptured well. Wake up. Steady ground the dreamers pass, COVID spills a gentle line. Countless steps they hide us now. The future gives itself away. Wake up. For the storytellers exposing madness in the mind. A myth of sorrow, why do they leave us all behind? No rhyme or